What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here, and yes, I'm actually back for the first time since June. So here's a new video for you guys today, and ironically, the last time I made a video, SPY was around 420, I think QQQ was around 354, Twitter was still called Twitter, and we had a whole lot of gains to come. Now, obviously, you see the SPY chart here. I've got the daily chart from the last 5 or 6 months, and it has been on a tearing run. Like I said, last time I made a video, SPY was around 420. It was around here, and it's since broken out all the way up to highs of 456. So anyway, in today's video, I'm going to review some stocks which are reporting earnings this week, some stocks which I've been looking to trade this week, some stocks which I'm probably going to trade, and also some stocks you should watch for the long term. Now, before you do that, people, make sure you do me a favor. Drop that thumbs up, smash the like button for me. It does help in a great way. As you guys probably know, life has been getting busy, after moving to Miami. And anyway, like I said, I'm back here making a video doing what I enjoy for you guys. So let me just show you guys AMD right now. Why? Because AMD just reported earnings. So Q2 estimates were beaten for AMD, and obviously that caused the stock to rocket up. Now, I had been thinking earlier, should I get into AMD calls? I thought, it is earnings, so it's a bit risky. I'm not going to do it. Lo and behold, maybe I should have done it, because right now it's up almost $3 after hours, after already running up during the day. Now, what I think is going to happen is it's going to push up to that 121 level, a bit higher, and I think it's going to pull on back before we see higher. During middle of the June, it was around 121. Then we kind of topped out there and then dropped back down. Last time we were up past that $121 level was back in June. So yeah, sorry, I think I said July here. Yeah, topped out about 121 in July. Last time we saw a break above that was in June. So I've got that on my radar now to see if the breakout does come. And then obviously, we've got Nvidia as well. Now, Nvidia are not reporting earnings this week, but with Nvidia, as usually happens, there's some kind of correlation between what AMD does and what Nvidia does. Now, in this case, after hours, Nvidia is down. I'm not actually surprised by that, because it's not always that because AMD runs after hours that Nvidia will do the same, especially when it comes to earnings. But what you do see here is Nvidia is really paying close attention to that moving average. Staying above it, which is nice, keeping it going on the way up, kind of wicked off here and continue pushing up. It's done that a few times. But like I said, Nvidia is one that you need to watch for the calls again, just like AMD, because if we can break above that, that resistance level from July. So for Nvidia, it was around 478, 475 to 478. If we can break above that, we can see great new heights very soon. One thing I always tell you guys to do with these stocks is zoom out. Zoom all the way out to see where we're at. And with Nvidia, you see we're a little bit overextended right now. So maybe you should want to wait before you get into the calls with this. Now, a stock that I would say you don't want to wait before you get into the calls with is PayPal. Symbol PYPL. So with PayPal, they report earnings tomorrow after close. Look at this recovery we've been making since June. This is why I'm saying look at PayPal. And that red line, the 200 moving average, is the magical spot. I think we break past that. In fact, first I think we're going to get to that level very soon. And once we break past that, we could be back on our way to the $82, up past 89, up towards 100, 105. So I'm looking at calls with PayPal. Last few days, it's been a bit wishy-washy. If we change chart here, check the 4-hour chart. Kind of see what I'm talking about, right? Been pushing up and down, started to break out, and then fell back down again. But I am looking at PayPal calls. Again, they report earnings after hours tomorrow, so you might want to wait before you get in the calls. If you want to take the risk on and hold through earnings, you can also do that. But again, beware, it's going to be volatile due to earnings after hours tomorrow. Next up, let's go to Tesla. The mighty Tesla. It's at 261. Last time I recorded a video, Tesla was around 218, 220. So yeah, since then we pushed up to 298 and dropped back down. We're kind of consolidating in this little channel between around 252 and 270. So once we do finally break to the upside or downside, and I'm thinking here it's going to go to the downside, we'll see a clear sense of direction. Now, like I said, I think it's going to go to the downside, but we need to really break that 240 level to see the real blood of Tesla. It's slightly bearish right now, it's trending slightly bearish, but I'm just keeping this on my radar, most likely for the puts. Another drop day today, another down day today after the big down day from last week Thursday. And like I said, sooner rather than later, we could be seeing that drop off. Now, speaking of drop offs, Norwegian Cruise Lines did drop off recently as their results were a lot worse than expected. And I think their competition, such as Royal Caribbean, are currently doing a little bit better than them. So even though their revenue was up, this stock really suffered today. A 12% drop is crazy. Honestly, when it does finally stop bleeding, so maybe around that $18.22 mark, we could be looking at a buying opportunity. Now, the reason I say it's a buying opportunity is if you zoom out on the chart, as I always say, zoom out, look when last time we were at what, $18, $19, around $18. Last time it was back in February. Obviously, we tanked, we sold off, but we recovered very quickly, and we continue recovering, even pushing past that $20, $21, $22 level. So you can see something similar here without such a large pullback as we saw before. Now with Norwegian Cruise Lines, what I'll wait to do is just let it bleed out, let it find its support level, which could be around that $17.50 mark. Maybe the previous resistance around $70.68, and then get into the calls. Then start looking at it as a play to buy to the upside. That's what I'm thinking here. As I mentioned, RCL, Royal Caribbean are doing a little bit better right now. I've been seeing Norwegian Cruise Lines. I'm in Miami, so you've got the harbor side. I see a lot of Norwegian Cruise Lines out there. But yeah, Royal Caribbean's up there right now. $107 price point, a much larger market cap, continually on the up. Norwegian's kind of struggling. Remember, this was a $12 stock a few months back. It has recovered, but looks like it's just suffering at this point in time. But like I said, I think this is a buying opportunity for Norwegian Cruise Lines. And since we're in the travel sector, let me look at Boeing and also Southwest. Those are going to be the two airplane companies we look at today. So Boeing, currently up at 236. I've got a resistance point at 234. We've pushed above that. Now we could fall back to that level as a new level of support, and maybe just to pull back towards the moving average a little bit further than the level of support. But Boeing has been on the rise as of late. Obviously, earnings was last week, and you saw a huge gain from that. But at this point, it's a little bit overbought, and I think it's time for it to pull back a little bit. So I wouldn't be buying into this anytime soon. Just let it pull back, let it do its thing before getting into it. The other airline I mentioned was Southwest Airlines. So Southwest, different story. Southwest has been on the downtrend recently. It's clearly bearish, trending below all three moving averages. And I'm looking at puts of this. So reason being, as I mentioned, below all three moving averages. It's just been on a downtrend since about 3 weeks ago. It did top out at about $39, and since then it's just been selling off, slowly and steadily selling off. I think earnings didn't help, of course. Southwest is kind of suffering just the way Norwegian Cruise Lines is suffering. So a price point to look for with the puts is that previous channel was struggling to get out of back in May. So around $32, we're almost there. That $32 level was a real struggle to break above that. It was a strong resistance. So that $32 level could be the new support. What happened in May is we were stuck in between that channel between $31 and $33, and then we eventually broke down all the way to lows of 28. Now we could be starting to build up a little bit of downward pressure. Like I said, it's still yet to be seen, but I would be looking at puts down to around $32, so around a $1.20 drop with Southwest. So I mentioned PayPal report tomorrow. JP Morgan, they hit their 52-week high a couple of days ago. I believe since their earnings, they've just been on the tear upwards. Yeah, now we're just trending above the moving average, steadily trending above the moving average. I like the look of this, the way it's pulling back the moving average and pushing up again. This is a good sign. It's really respecting that 9-day moving average. And I think in this case, I would look at seeing if we can push again back up to that 160 price point and push above that. So yeah, I'm looking at JP Morgan calls. And if you're a long-term investor, as we all should be, you can probably start looking at this one for shares. Zoom out to see the opportunity. Right now, it looks like it's high, right? It's been higher before. In fact, sorry, a couple minutes ago I said it's at 52-week highs. I don't believe that is actually true. It wasn't JP Morgan, I guess. 52-week highs, yes, not all-time highs. So yeah, it did hit 52-week highs yesterday, not all-time highs. And yeah, look at that, $172. So we still got room to push up and to go above and beyond. I'm going to look at a couple more now. Let's go with my good old friend Exxon. This is a stock I'm a long-term shareholder in. Let's zoom in a little bit. $106, $107 right now after hours. We've got potential, we've got room to run. It's looking like it's ready for prime time. Why is that? A few different reasons. First of all, we're starting to try and break out of this resistance, above this resistance level, around $107.70. Second of all, we're above all three moving averages, the 9, the 21, and the 200. Third, last time we were at these levels, we ended up breaking out and pushing up all the way to $119. So that was back in March, and we're looking to see if Exxon can do the same thing again. We've kind of been stuck in this channel between $108 and $102. If we can break above 108, we could be on for prime time for that $5 run, $10 run with Exxon. Remember, it's part of the energy sector, so you can check out XLE as well in that case if you want to look at how other stocks are corresponding in that sector as well, such as Oxy and MRO. I believe Oxy actually have earnings tomorrow after hours as well. And lastly, let's go with Roblox. Roblox has been on the downtrend. It is bearish right now, starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. 5 of the last 6 trading days have been green. 3 days straight it's been green, but it's still below these moving averages. So it's down 1.47% after hours. I think it's still on for puts. Look at when it's had those red days, it's really sold off. Every single time when it's had those red days, it's sold off hard. So don't let a couple green days deceive you. But yeah, that is mainly it, guys. Just so you know, just to end on a different note, regarding earnings, you got QCOM reporting tomorrow after hours. You got Robinhood reporting tomorrow after hours. Amazon Thursday after hours. Coinbase and Apple as well. And then Friday, you've got Nikola and Fubo. But that is it for me, guys. As always, make sure you come and check out the Discord. We're still live in there every day. We're still active in there daily. Check out the stock option starter pack. That has been helping people learn how to trade, understand what to look for in a trade, understand the Greeks, all that kind of stuff. It's a one-time fee and you get access to those videos for life. So that link is in the description below. Also, as I mentioned earlier, just drop a thumbs up, comment, share with your friends, and also subscribe if you're new around here. It does not cost you anything and it helps me in a great way. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, it's been really busy moving to Miami and getting used to life here. It's a very fast life out here. If you've never been, I definitely recommend you go. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at The Wealth Prince. You can see everything I'm up to on there as well. So just know I'm still alive, I'm still active. Just go onto those platforms if you want to see more of what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. That's it from me. I've gone into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.